There's a place in rural Pennsylvania that locals still whisper about. They call it the house on Miller's Hill. Most people drive past without even glancing because if you do, they say you'll see things you'll wish you hadn't. The house is not vacant, not exactly. The windows are not boarded, the roof is not crumbling. It simply appears off, too still, too immaculate as if time itself shuns it. The lawn never appears to grow, the mailbox is always in pristine position, and yet no one has ever witnessed a single soul to enter or depart. But 20 years prior, someone did. A man named Daniel Crow. Daniel was not a ghost story believer. He was a laborer, a no-nonsense guy, the sort who would poke fun at horror films. After a few drinks one evening at the bar, his friends challenged him to stay overnight in Miller's Hill house. Daniel accepted the challenge, chuckling, with the firm conviction that it was merely another old, vacant building. At 11 o'clock, he drove his truck to the base of the hill and began up the serpentine dirt road. The house towered above him, ghostly in the moonlight, its windows dark and empty like eyes. He opened the door, it wasn't locked. Inside, the air was cold as ice. Not the kind of cold from winter, but the kind that seeps into your bones. The building was clean. No dust, no cobwebs, no indication it had been vacant for decades. It actually looked like someone had just gone out for groceries. Dishes in the sink, a lamp on the side table, even a lingering aroma of coffee in the kitchen. That should have reassured him, but instead, it sent shivers down his spine. Daniel went to investigate, flashlight in tow. The walls were covered in old paintings, families wearing clothes that would never see the light of day. Their painted eyes followed him. As he walked past the stairs, he heard it, a soft whisper. He stood still. The whisper wasn't coming from the outside. It was coming from within the walls. Daniel? His breath hitched. His friends would not have arranged this. Nobody even knew the power at the house still functioned. He cast his light down the wall, but it was only old wallpaper. Nevertheless, the whisper crept on. Daniel, come upstairs. Against his better judgment, he went. The second floor was different. The air pressed against his chest. He passed by shut bedroom doors, but one part of the hallway didn't fit. His flashlight highlighted a seam in the wallpaper, like the outline of a door that had been plastered over. The whisper got louder. Open it. His fingers trembled as he pushed on the wall. To his astonishment, it collapsed, opening into a small, vortex black room. It contained nothing but a wooden rocking chair. And in it sat a figure. A woman. Her color was pale gray, her eyes wide open but dead, her head at an unnatural tilt. And although her lips never parted, Daniel could hear her voice ringing within his skull. You shouldn't be here. Daniel's flashlight dimmed. The woman watched him, and suddenly the house itself came alive. The floorboards creaked like a pulse, the walls pounded like a heart, and the portraits downstairs, he could have sworn he heard them laughing. He took off running up the staircase. But when he stumbled to the bottom, the front door vanished. Just smooth, unbroken wall. Every exit, sealed. Windows, doors, even the chimney, it was as if the house had swallowed him whole. The last anyone heard from Daniel was a voicemail he left his brother around 3:17 a.m. His voice was trembling, barely a whisper. Don't come looking for me. It won't let me leave. The call cut off with a sound like heavy breathing. The following morning, his truck remained at the foot of the hill. The police trawled through the house from attic to cellar. They found nothing. There was no sign of Daniel, no signs of struggle. The house was clean as though no one had lived there in decades. But one of the officers swore he saw something before he left. In one of the upstairs windows, just for a second, he saw Daniel's face looking back at him. Pale, empty-eyed. To this day, no one dare go near Miller's Hill after dark. They say the house doesn't just trap you, it becomes you. And if you drive past in the dark, don't look in the windows. Because if you do, someone might be looking back.